What's up, everybody? Joe here. I know you guys are all waiting for the show to get started live, and we're going to be there in just a few seconds, I promise. Couple of things. One, if you're watching this show recorded, thank you very much for being here. It's awesome. Come check it out live. Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a lot of fun. KISS Army members from all over the world are there, and they're having a blast and being part of the show, and you should too. It's awesome. Two, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Podcast Rock City. There's a ton of stuff on there. We do extra shows and everything like that, and you can check it out on our Patreon, patreon.com/Podcast Rock City. Join it free for 1 week just to check it out. That's pretty much it. I'm out of here. 3, 2, 1, peace. If somebody held a gun to your head and said, pick one, it's going out of existence, it never was made, Rock and Roll Over or Destroyer, which one would you pick? No. Personally, with a gun to my head, I would just say the first thing that came to my mind. But let's just take that one out, and we'll figure out on my list all the things that we have to pick to get rid of one or the other, and we'll talk about it today on Podcast Rock City Live. What's up, everybody? Joe here from Podcast Rock City, and with me this week, Sonny Hollywood Pooney.
What's up, people? Okay, so I got a choice right now. I got one already. Oh. You guys ready?
Okay.
Easy. It's an easy one. Okay, and Lee is for you, I guess. Who would you hang out with? All right, so we'll start with Lee. Jessica Alba, Jennifer Lopez, or Angelina Jolie.
Oh. Angelina Jolie seems like a bitch. I'll say Jessica Alba. She seems like the coolest.
Joe?
More down to earth.
Joe, you'll be doing other things besides hanging out with them.
Joe's face.
150,000,000%. I would be hanging out with Jessica Alba. She is quite possibly the most beautiful woman.
She seems so cool, too. Yeah.
Have mercy. And she's worth $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Her and J-Lo's a toss-up for me. I got to be honest with you. But I saw a Jessica Alba movie yesterday, so I'm in Jessica Alba.
Was it Baby? Was it Baby?
No, I saw Some Kind of Wonderful.
We all picked.
Was that a remake?
Wait, Some Kind of Beautiful?
Okay.
I don't know. It had Selma Hayek, too, so I was a little lost.
I went and saw From Dusk Till Dawn with a friend of mine. And this is before anybody knew who Selma Hayek was, right?
Wow,
Great movie.
And I remember I had no idea what the movie, and the friend of mine was female and really beautiful. And we're sitting there watching the movie, and she comes out in the bikini and starts dancing, with the snake.
Yes.
And in my ear, she leans over to me and goes, we do her together.
Nice. Nice.
I was like, it's good to know I'll at least be in the room. I don't know how old I was. So this was a skinnier, younger Joe. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I still have my Jessica Alba GQ magazine cover. In this
oh, my goodness.
Nick Scarpelli. I'm with you 100%. She's just beautiful. Anyway, this isn't the Jessica Alba show. This is podcast.
Selma Hayek. You guys started it.
You didn't introduce Lee.
Oh, Lee, that's Lee down there from her hiatus of she had concerts to go to and parties to go to, and she's just important. And she went and saw Adam Ant.
I just saw Adam Ant last Sunday. I had never seen him, and I was like, I got to see this guy once in my life.
What did he have, like one of those little walker things, or?
No, he was great. Looks great. Yeah, he had
Really?
the out, his outfit with the buttons and he looked really. He didn't have the makeup on, but he looked good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he had 2 drummers, kicked ass. One was a
That's
woman
awesome.
that was great.
Goody two shoes.
Yeah,
Don't
drum
drink.
heavy.
I love Happy Go Lucky. It says Jennifer Connelly, proof there is a God. You know what else? There's proof
Yes.
there's a God. Churro Kit Kats.
No, yeah. This is something that's been going on in our feed for a long time, guys. Churro Kit Kats. I found a whole box of them, and I almost mailed them to Sonny, but then I remembered he has family in the business, so
I will have to.
Now there's churro Oreos, and they're pretty good too.
I don't know the name of the movie
Oreos
that Jennifer Connelly is in, but it's a movie where she's on like one of those little electric horses, and she's just riding it all slow, and she's been kidnapped or she's being held hostage, and when it stops, like the hostage guys are like digging for quarters to put in the thing.
Isn't she in the new she was in the new Top Gun, right? She looked good.
I think so. Yeah.
She was the bartender.
She's she's forever in the labyrinth. She's always going to be the labyrinth kid to me. Anyway, all right, good to see you guys. We're all talking about chicks and Adam Ant too. So we're having a great time. It's good to see you guys. A lot is happening, so I want to go ahead and get to the news.
Podcast Rock City News.
Some of you guys out there are Kiss collectors, and if you are, and if there's that one thing that you don't have that you really think, if I could get something like this, I'd put it over the top. Tomorrow is the last day they're blowing out all the rest of the Paul Stanley Smash guitars. So there are obviously places where it didn't get bought, and they have them, and they're selling them for what? When I looked at the prices, it looks at about half price. Plus, they autograph them, and he writes a little message on there, and he sends it to you. So if you guys haven't checked that out, Paul Stanley Guitars, if that's something that might, got
mine for free.
You got yours for free.
Oh, it wasn't free. You paid for the ticket.
Yes,
well, yes, but
that's true.
He handed it right to me.
And then another night, did you tell me you got punched in the face or something?
Oh, I got destroyed. Yeah,
you got
both times with the neck and the body. It was 2 different shows. Yeah, they were pounding on me, and it was.
That's brutal. So just to tell you guys that I walked the walk, mine will be here next week.
You did not? Did you buy one?
Absolutely. It was on sale.
A homer.
Lee's calling me a homer. Yeah. What the hell?
You are.
When it comes in, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys all about it. For you guys that don't know, you can email me, and I get emails every week about suggestions for shows, and I think that it's awesome that you guys do that. Podcast Rock City 1.
That's the number 1. I was waiting for something.
Thank you. That's the number 1 at gmail.com. Podcast Rock City 1, the number 1 at gmail.com. And we have a Patreon. I know I talked about it before the show started. If you get a chance, go check it out. It's free for a week, and you can check out all the stuff. I've been uploading video that I took both in Nashville when Karen and I were front row, and the last 2 shows. I've been uploading video onto that, and I have a couple of videos of Gene breathing fire that I slowed down to where when Gene spits the stuff out, it's crazy how it's crazy. Sometimes it doesn't look like it looks more like if I was holding water in my mouth and Sonny said something funny. It's like, you have to mist it, Joe. You have to push it like a mist. I know you do it, but he eventually, sometimes it doesn't start off that way. In slow motion, it's really cool. Anyway, so check it out. It's patreon.com/podcast Rock City. One other thing, Lee, who's on American Idol tonight? Gene Simmons is on American Idol tonight. Is it weird? Did he not just do a Q&A where he was talking about how we don't ever remember anybody from American Idol? Well, you'll remember Gene Simmons from Kiss. He means
The
The
winners.
winners.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what he
He
means.
said Kelly Clarkson, and that's it. That's what he
No, Carrie Underwood,
No,
Oh, Carrie
I agree
Underwood.
with you. I agree with you, but that's what he said. Anyway.
That's what Gene said.
Fantasia, Mandisa. They weren't all winners. I remember people that weren't winners that were great.
Yeah, like that
Yeah.
guy with
Audrey?
the bit with Ruben Stutter.
Ruben
what
and
was his-
the other guy.
yeah, yeah, that
I
guy.
can see him in my mind.
Yeah, me too. He was skinny, and if you put your hand in his back, you could make him talk. He looked like that.
Oh, like a
was
mannequin.
that- No, what was that
ventriloquist
puppet?
doll.
Yeah.
You both look like Taylor Hick fans anyway. But anyway, so let me.
You go to hell. I don't like anybody that plays the harmonica.
I don't even know who it is. How am I a
Yeah.
fan?
So Lee reminded me about getting beat up for the Kiss thing. So I'm on Kiss Cruise 10, right? I went on 10. This is the only one I went on. So I'm at the Kiss, I'm at my Kiss show, and Paul throws a pick, and it hits me, and it goes to the floor. Right, so
right on it.
Right, so people go crazy. I just put my foot on it.
Yeah.
This lady behind me was going nuts. So I was going to grab it and give it to her. Right? Just like if I caught a base, I get it. I got no heart. I'll show you later I got no heart in this or that thing probably. But like if I catch a baseball game, I give it to the kid nearest me, right?
Nice.
This lady, that's my pick. That's under your foot. That's my pick. That's my
You
pick.
ain't giving it to her then.
So I'm like, you know what? I picked my foot up. It kicked the pick over like 3 throws.
Fuck you, lady. That's what she gets.
That's what she
So-
gets.
So
I've
when
had
we're
people
done
dig at
tonight-
my foot when I put my foot over and I have to wait like 10 minutes till they stop, and then boom.
Yeah, that doesn't happen to me. I the only time I ever got picks at a concert was on Kiss Cruise 2, and Paul made the mistake of standing in front of me, and I just reached up and took him right off the guitar. And I felt awful for doing. I even actually touched. I could feel the keys because I didn't look.
Wow.
Reached up, and I felt the keys of the guitar, and I thought to myself, "Oh man, I hope I didn't just ruin the show." But like, anyway, all right. So that's pretty much the news. Eric Carr's box set came out, but you won't see any of those motherfuckers on this show because the only way you
I
can
got
get them is
those.
on eBay. That's right. Look at that right there. Lee was able to track down a few of those, and she called us and was like, "Who needs one?" And I was like,
One of them.
I got it. I've got it already, and I've listened to it a few times, but I don't need the.
Well, I want to get this signed, and then I'll, put it.
I
in
think
frame.
that'll be a great. I think that'll be a great addition to your
Yeah,
collection.
I think
I
When
so.
are you going
did
to see him next?
I don't know. I'll see him
I don't
again.
know. He'll come to
I've seen him
town.
a zillion times.
Before we get to the topic of the
Close
week,
my
guys,
lighting
I
again.
did a 2024 Kiss vinyl tag. If you guys haven't seen that yet, it's on the YouTube page, and a couple of the guys from a couple other shows tagged me to Pasquale and Xander. They tagged me to show off some of my Kiss collection, and I did it, and it's only about 20 or 25 minutes long. And at the end, you're supposed to tag somebody, and she don't know it, but Lee was tagged, so she has to do it next.
What do I have to do?
Watch the thing that I'll send you tonight, and then you gotta do it. You gotta show off your Kiss collection anyway, or things. Anyway, we'll talk about
I
that
don't want
later.
to show off my Kiss collection.
So I wanted Pasquale and Xander. It's a good idea, right? We should do it. They should also do it non-Kiss. Don't do it just Kiss. Do it non-Kiss too.
That's a good idea too. I like that.
Right? Instead of the Elder, just say, a concept album you own. Some other
Okay.
shitty concept album you own, basically.
You better watch it.
Mine.
I know where you're going. I knew
You know
where
where
he
he's
was
going
going with
with
this.
it.
He's such a jerk.
One of
All
my
right.
favorite albums.
Listen, thank you guys for being here tonight. After we're all done, we'll all go watch Gene on American Idol. Let's go ahead and get to the topic of the week.
Podcast Rock City Topic of the Week.
Every once in a while, I like to do these things where I make people choose between two different Kiss things. Thank you. Got to choose. Lee's on the ball today, you guys. I I would have played that song, but they'll kick us right off of.
Right. So
Hey,
we have
let
to
me
do
show
it
you guys something
ourselves.
before. One of my students, he collects Legos, right? And he found this Lego and he brought it to me because he thought it was Kiss. It's not Kiss, but it's still awesome. I want to, Lee, do you know what that is?
Is that the Crow?
It's the Crow.
Yeah.
You beat me.
It's
I
Eric
can't see it very
Draven.
well. How cute.
It's Eric Draven. I told him, listen, I know it's not,
It's really
it's
cute.
not Kiss, but I love it because I
Yeah.
love the
I have a
Crow.
little Pennywise one like that.
Oh, that's awesome. So I make people choose, and I posted something this week where you had to choose between Destroyer and Rock and Roll Over, and man,
Brutal.
Landslide. It was a landslide.
people, it's amazing. So what was what was the count, Sonny? Did you even look? It was mostly get rid of Destroyer.
Oh yeah, it was easy 5-1. Easy 5-1.
Really?
Yeah.
It was, and I'll tell you something that's really weird. There was even a couple of people that were like, "This is our kid. This is our page," and they're like, "Hey, I don't really care for the band." It's like, what the hell are you doing on
What
our
are you
page?
doing here?
All we ever talk about is kids.
Right.
Anyway, so
You're really listening to us?
I made a list, you guys, of things
Oh,
that
geez.
Joey can't be here. He messaged us just a little. He's in the studio and it ran long, so he wasn't able to get with us today, and that's okay.
His comments would have been stupid anyway.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. So I know where Sonny stands on the first question, which is the Rock and Roll Over and Destroyer, right? I know where you guys stand on that. My question, I guess, is, Sonny, why do you get rid of Destroyer over Rock and Roll Over?
To me, Rock and Roll Over is perfect, and Destroyer is not. Destroyer has songs I don't like and don't listen to, and Rock and Roll Over doesn't have one of those. Pretty easy.
And Lee, why do you get rid of Rock and Roll Over? I know it hurts to get rid of either for you.
It does.
Because you're a homer.
Well, that right in there, those three and then the Alive 1 and 2, that whole sandwich is the best ever. But because Destroyer was was the first album I bought with my own money, and it's really ingrained in my soul. I listened to it so much. It was just one of my first albums that was just mine, after my brother brought home Alive and then Destroyer came out. And it just means a lot to me. I think it just brings me back to that time.
No, see, I get that. It's amazing though. So people, you guys are all and Brad Rustoven. That was Brad that sent you an email, right, Sonny?
Yeah, that one I forwarded to you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Brad. Thank you so much for the idea. It made complete sense. Only the problem was I'm actually going in a different direction. However, I think that we should have Brad on the show soon. He's always got great ideas, and actually, I'm coming up with an idea to have more of you guys join us every once in a while, and you'll hear more about that. If you guys are the type of people that could come on and hang with us for an hour and just talk Kiss, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you how to go ahead and do that. See, look, Eddie Spaghetti London takes Destroyer. It's amazing how it's just, it really is. It's so personal. Destroyer, I said it.
Joe, what did you choose?
I pick Rock and Roll Over to keep. I love that record. I
do too.
The thing is that there are, I don't think there's any bad songs on Rock and Roll Over, whereas I don't like Great Expectations. How about this? I never liked that. I'm no longer a fan of Beth. However, I did at one point love it. Okay. So, and I love Flaming Youth, but there's just something about Rock and Roll Over that's just so amazing. All right, so let's get to the next one here. The next one is, you got to get rid of one. You ready, Lee?
Oh, this is hard. I don't like it.
That's what she said. Bob Ezrin or Eddie Kramer?
Wait, what?
Bob Ezrin or Eddie Kramer? Two producers that did albums you love.
I know. I'd probably keep Ezrin.
Sonny?
It's easy for me because it's one of the best producers ever against one of the most overrated producers ever.
Shit, hold
I
on,
keep
man.
Kramer the
We're
whole
gonna
way.
be opposite the whole show.
I keep Kramer the whole way. Everything he touched rocks.
It's true, and I really like Kramer too. It's one of those things where if I'm listening to a record and I flip it over and it's got his name on it, I'm like, that's why. I mean, and the records that he did, he really should have done more later. He should have been picked up to do them later. Let's be really honest. If Ezrin gets on and does other records with Kiss later, like he did, right? He did Revenge, yeah, and that was a good record. Sonny, you love that record, right?
Yeah, I'm not a Cooper fan. So everything that Ezrin's known for, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah,
So.
but see now there was a comment there. Bob, put that back up there. Thanks, Phil. Bob sullied himself with Kiss due to the Elder. I don't know about that now. I mean, I maybe at the beginning, maybe in 1980 or 82 or whatever that happened, but now maybe not so much. Maybe people are like, I could listen to it and see how much thought went into it. It was a lot of thought put into that record. It's just the problem with Kiss records is the less thought the better. Let's just rock. Let's just turn on the car, take your right foot, step on the gas and floor it, and that's the best way to do a Kiss record. Let's see. You ready for the next one, Sonny? You're up.
Sure.
Paul Stanley or Gene Simmons?
Oh, jeez.
That's pretty easy for me, and I know people are going to send hate mail. I got to go with Paul the whole way, because if I have a choice of a Paul song to listen to or a Gene song to listen to, 9 out of 10 times I choose Paul. And that's the voice. I got into the 80s. It was Paul's band, and Paul was hanging with all of those other guys that were coming out in the 80s. So Paul is, and I get it, his bicycle and the helmet and the fucking cooking and the pasta and the pizza and the insecurity and all that shit. But it just, he is the one who got me. And I didn't start in the 70s. If I start in the 70s, I'm probably more of a Gene guy, but I'm a big Paul.
Yeah.
Right.
Sense.
And Lee, you're Gene because we did it in the 70s. So
Gene was my favorite. He was the evil thing on the stage. It was just so fantastic on stage.
So how old were you again when you saw them for the first time?
Well, that was 15.
You were 15. Okay. So do you
No one would take me before that.
So being 15 years old, seeing Kiss for the first time, I don't think I've ever asked you this. Was it like, and I'm sure you can remember it just by closing your eyes, but my question is were you emotional? Like, was it like, I mean, you'd been waiting years.
I've been waiting 4 years. Yeah. I got into them about 11 years old.
And who took you?
My brother.
Your brother took you.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you remember being emotional at all? Or do you remember
just excited? I mean, I was emotional at the reunion, like crying and shit. But I was just excited as a kid, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing, I just couldn't believe it. I was seeing them.
For you guys that don't know Lee, I have seen her let loose maybe twice. When she lets loose, she has a great time. But you are very reserved and together.
Yeah, I'm just laid back,
You're laid back, right? So
unless I'm in a costume or something, then I
15-year-old Lee
something.
Where was you don't hang with me enough. You got to hang with me more. I'll get you some fun.
It's when I get the costumes on that I become this other whatever.
Yeah. Where did you see them?
Where was it? Rochester, I think.
It was in
I'll
Rochester.
Have to go look. I've been Rochester or Syracuse War Memorial, one or the other.
Do you still have your ticket stub?
I don't have that one. I'm so mad.
Oh man, that would be a good one. Now, wouldn't it have been awesome if you saw him in MSG, and then you and Joey would have been in the
Oh,
same place
I
seeing
know it.
this
Well,
for
see,
the
I
first time?
was upstate New York, so that's like a 4 or 5 hour drive. So
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
go to MSG.
For me, it's Gene Simmons. As much as I love Paul Stanley, Gene, I just remember I gravitated to him because so many people seem to be afraid of him. And I liked that. It was like, although when my mom had to buy me a record, it had to be with the kitty cat, didn't it? Thanks, Mom. It was like it's the kitty cat record, and it's safe, and it's the kitty cat, and the kitty cat can't be mean.
Kitty
Blah blah
cat.
blah. Anyway, so I go with Gene. Although it would have to be like if Paul was out of existence, I would have to be something I never knew about because I just can't. I don't know if I could just like Paul Stanley. The vocals and everything else is just amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. My son just sent me a message, and all it says is sorry. I don't know what he's done,
Oh
but I'm
no.
gonna find out.
Good
I'm
luck.
gonna find. I think I do know what it is. I'm gonna find out for sure in about 30 minutes.
It
All
could
right.
be he ate your piece of banana cream pie. It could be your car's on fire. Who knows?
Yeah.
As long as
Either
it's
one.
not destroyed a kiss something. I think that he works at my music store, and every time I give him a paycheck, it's just like he's like this.
Oh.
18 years old, but all right. So I think I might have fussed at him about how much money he was spending. Let's see. All right, Sonny. One of these two people you have to choose from. One stays in existence. The other one never was. You ready?
Oh,
Sure.
brother.
Peter Criss or Eric Carr?
That's so mean.
Why is it mean? It's not real. This isn't Harry Potter, Havana Cavana, or whatever it is. And
It's
then,
weird because one of them are already out of existence.
no, out of no, he's not out of existence because he's still in our hearts and souls.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Although I understand how important Peter was to the band, I like Eric Carr's drumming better. So I guess I'm going to write Peter out of existence.
Lee, you're nodding your head.
No, I could see. I love them both. I do. I loved it when I liked, when Eric came in, I accepted him. He had his own character. He was an amazing drummer. It was good. But I have to choose Peter because, the original four are my jam.
And I know I give Peter a lot of shit. I will tell you right now, I'd rather have Peter sing on a song than Eric.
Oh, Peter's voice kicks ass.
Right?
Let's be
Eric's
honest.
voice was just a little too raspy for me. It wouldn't long term. He wouldn't have made it as a singer. And I love Eric. He wouldn't have made it as a singer.
Yeah, Pete's voice was the best. Just the
Hmm.
perfect amount of rasp.
Yeah. I don't know who I would choose. I haven't thought about these because I wanted to do them on the fly.
You have to.
I guess I'm gonna say I would keep Peter. I think it's just because I have so many personal memories. Even like I said, my mom bought my first, the first solo album she bought me was Peter, and I really like that record. And the hell with everybody that doesn't. All right, let's see. Lee, Asylum or Crazy Nights?
Probably Asylum.
Keep Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonny?
To me, they're both perfect records. I love
I know
them
that's
both.
why I put them on here.
But I got to go with Asylum. It's my favorite record. It's the first time I saw him live.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him live for the first time when I was 16. So,
it's in your heart.
But I got to tell you, when Crazy Crazy Nights came out, damn, was I happy. Because forever, the minute I heard it, or Reason to Live, the minute I heard it, I'm like, oh my God, dude, Bon Jovi has just had hits with this. This is going to be number one. I was surprised it didn't go number one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that there was too much competition at the time.
Yeah.
And, it was MTV would rather play the Bon Jovi video than they
That's right.
would the Kiss video.
They're
If
younger.
they play,
Yeah.
if they'd have played the Kiss videos, it would have done better. It's just like anything else. You know, you
They
always can
eventually
tell how.
played them. Tears Are Falling and stuff.
Oh yeah, but however, it was more on the countdown. I remember my girlfriend and we would come home and sit in front of the TV, and I always had the same snack. And I don't know if you guys, how many of you done this before, but you take a piece of like square American cheese and you cut it in four and you put it on like a saltine cracker. That was my thing. That was my jam.
Cheese and crackers. We've all done it, Joe.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just how I did it. You know, I took the cheese, I folded it in four.
Okay.
All right, anyway.
The chicken and biscuit with the spray cheese is the best.
Oh God, the spray cheese.
Oh,
The
man.
chicken and biscuit crackers with the spray cheese. Oh, you can't replace those.
Oh man,
Chicken and biscuit. We used to have those.
Too much sodium on my. Anyway, but we would come home and watch that countdown. The MTV, what was it? The top 10. It was and people voted. And Motley Crue, "Home Sweet Home" was number one for months.
Forever.
But number two was either "Reason to Live" or "Tears Are Falling." Kiss always hung in there. It's like the Kiss fans like always made sure to call in or whatever they were doing. I don't know. I never did it. But we would sit in front of the TV, my mom's big ass box television.
Right.
And we would sit there and watch the videos and did I pick one? I didn't.
You did not.
No, I did not. I would go with Asylum. Because I cannot go my life without having that video with that hot ass girl in it. But B, because there was so many videos in for that. I mean, there was videos for Crazy Nights too, easy, but I loved the videos and the color, and I wasn't thrilled with Gene's look, but I really enjoyed Paul's. So the
80s were made for Paul without makeup.
80s were made for Paul.
Yeah.
Let's see.
David Donnelly's comment there. You want to read that?
"Reason to Live" sounded horribly close to I want to Know What Love Is" by Foreigner. Damn it, David.
Very true.
And I don't disagree with that. And I was kind of counting on that because I think I Want to Know What Love Is went number one.
Yeah, it was a big one.
For those of you who don't know who David Donnelly is, let me tell you, I've seen pictures and video of David, I think, standing on stage in front of like 40,000 people with his band. So if you guys got to check out what he'll post I think if I'm not mistaken, he's been in a few different bands. He's like a studio musician. He's just a pro and a badass. He's been on the show with us before, right, Sonny? Remember that was a long time ago.
Yep.
But he's across the pond. It's good to see you, David. He's always hanging out with us. And you got to check out his bands. The next one, this is a tough one for Lee. No, it won't be tough. It'll be tough for Sonny. Maybe. All right, you guys out there, I'm going to let you guys vote. Here we go. You got to get ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1978 solo album. Gene Simmons or Peter Criss?
Oh, come on.
Now you say, "Oh, come on," but I'm going to tell you right now. I'll go first. I'm picking Peter's record.
Okay.
I can't listen to Gene's that often.
I can't listen
like
to Peter's that often. And I love Pete.
I only a couple of songs on Gene's record do I like. You pick Gene. I pick Peter. Sonny is really contemplating this.
He's really trying to make a decision.
I only like one song on Gene's record. I can tolerate 3 to 4 songs on Peter's record, so I guess I'll go with Peter.
Wow.
Because Gene's record, besides Radioactive, I'm sorry, it's brutal. It is
and
a
you guys
brutal
out there,
listen.
Love
you
it.
guys out there, I always tell you guys, you're part of the show, and you guys put your comments up here. And Phil, he's working it right now. This is great.
Oh my God! At the Holiday Inn,
hilarious.
Come on.
Here's
so
the
bad.
Mix C
So
said
Holiday
Simmons. Chris
Inn.
Flood said Gene. Jeff said Gene. So it's just Gene.
Wow.
Gene, Peter. That's the kind of sugar Papa likes. Yes.
Both stink.
You guys, it's about
I
time. It's
still
about
say
time.
they stink.
That's so funny. Yeah, I love Peter Criss's record, man. I could put that on right now. Although, if you watch my Kiss vinyl tag thing, I talk about the solo album that I always put on as best of the solo albums, because I always think that's just the right mixture
Oh,
of a
geez.
little, a little bit of. If you want to listen to all of them, and you can't, the best thing to do is just put those records on. You get a little bit of each, a little try, and it's not bad. It's
Little
not bad.
sample.
Thank you. That's the word I was actually looking for.
Sampling of
By the
each.
way, Lee, Cheers Joe, the last gig was indeed 40,000 headlining in Belgium. With what band, David? You guys got to, I'm telling you, I know that we're used to, everybody here hangs out. David's a rock star, man. He in Belgium, he played in front of 40,000 people. And I know I say it all the time. The only way I'm doing that is if I bring my guitar to a Braves game. All right, one of these has got to go. Kiss Symphony or Sonic Boom, Lee?
Sonic Boom. Bye.
Sonny? It's a good one, right, Sonny?
I think I gotta say Kiss Symphony.
Are you ridiculous?
I really don't need these songs in symphony
I
style.
love this symphony. Give me goosebumps.
I didn't like it with Metallica.
Really?
I don't love it. Night Ranger just did it. Didn't love that one.
Huh.
I don't need it with a symphony.
I love it.
David Joseph said both.
Can't have both.
So it's been Symphony. Two people said both. Sonic Boom, Symphony. Symphony. Here's David's. I was playing guitar with. Is that Visage?
Huh?
I said it wrong. I know. In place of the late. Oh, in place of the late great John McGough. Oh, that's awesome, man! Nobody ever asked me to do stuff like that. Sonic Boom, Symphony rocks. Jason Cannon says. Nick Scarpelli, that's cool. You went too fast, Phil. 39,300 more than the largest crowd I ever played in front of. Nick, you're funny.
I even sang in front of 3,000 people once.
Did
3,000,
you really?
baby?
Nice.
I will tell you that I missed seeing Sonny sing. We went the first Rockin' Pod. Jody there, and maybe it was the second Rockin' Pod. No, it was Indy.
Yeah, it was Indy.
It was Indy. You and Jody and everything. I wasn't there yet. You guys went out and you did karaoke. I'm not joking. Jody took me aside and said there were girls throwing their panties at Sonny on the stage.
Funny.
What song were you singing?
I sang Hurt So Good.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Listen, I know we're having a lot of fun here today, and you guys are really getting involved in the show. Thank you. Hey, Lola Rose, how you doing? I was just listening to Symphony at work. It's great. Thought the idea was killer as a kid. Lola, You're still a kid. I'm not even gonna. So young. One day we got to have a young person's group on here. Just people 20 or so that are Kiss fans, and let's hear what they think, because we're always getting, the old person's ideas. That's me, not Lee. John Cougar, yes. All right, next one. You guys are doing great today. All right, let's see.
Sonny Cougar.
All right, this is the hardest one. It won't be all right. Maybe this isn't so hard. Sonny, would you get rid of 70s Kiss or 80s Kiss?
Oh, geez. We know his answer and my answer.
Maybe we don't. He's contemplating if he likes, what he likes.
He's got to count up the albums.
It's got to be 70s. I like more of the years in the 80s than I do in the 70s, but it's not my fault they didn't start till 74. So, but yeah, I guess if I have my choice, 70s Kiss goes and 80s Kiss stays.
And it's the reverse for you, Lee, because you, even though Sonny's going with there's a lot more quality and a lot more quantity, and he likes the quality. Lee, there's less quantity.
Mm-hmm. But that's the original. That's the when it started, man. If you were there, you were there, and you get it.
That's the thing that got you.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's really two different bands. I know people say it all the time, but the only conduit really is Paul. Because Gene, people are saying Gene's not involved at that point anyway. So the only conduit is Paul. So it really is two different bands.
No, I get it. Yeah. It really is two different bands, but for the fun of it, I had to put that down there. For me, I'm taking 70s Kiss all the way. It's not going to be it's not even like a challenge,
right,
for me. Although, I mean, I could listen to 80s Kiss a lot too. As a matter of fact, I will tell you, damn, every time I admit this, it makes me mad, but I was okay, so since I moved into the new house, I just basically put stuff where I wanted it to go. And being a Kiss fan means that you're very precise about things and you organize things and it could be about any kind of band, really. Yes. So I went through all my magazines and put them 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Oh boy.
And I listened to Sonic Boom again today. And it's growing on me. It's growing on me. But I'm so mad that Say Yeah is really growing on me. I'm sitting there going, let me hear you say yeah. It's so funny because there is no way that I want anybody seeing me sing it. Although it's on video.
Except when you're in the front row at a concert.
Can I ask
Nick, throw it on there.
One as a faithful patron? Yes.
Yes, Nick. Let's hear it.
Nick, throw it in there.
Yeah,
so
throw it in,
for
Nick.
me,
Nick is on our Patreon, and he is asking if he could throw one out there for us. Go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, there's more songs I dislike from 74 to 81 than there is from 82 to 89.
Okay. Well, I know you came into it in the 80s, so that's what's in your heart. I get that. I totally
And the rest of my music, 80s wins over 70s.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just
right.
See,
that's just
all right. Here, until we get Nick's up, let me go here. Lee. No, I know you're gonna. Okay, you got to get rid of one of these: the debut record or Lick It Up.
I mean, I love Lick It Up, but that's got to go.
That's got to go, Sonny. That's a hard one, though.
I really like Lick It Up, but it's got to go. The debut record. It's just so good. It's so good. And there's so many classic songs.
Yep.
That, I'm burnt on Lick It Up as a song, period. Not for the Innocent is good, and I'm not super burnt on it, but but the first Kiss record, man, that one's hard. It's hard.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's hard.
Nick's comment is up there, Paul. Go ahead and put it up there. Deuce or Detroit Rock City? I picked Detroit Rock City to keep, Nick says. For me, it's going to be Detroit Rock City to keep. For Lee, it's going to be Deuce. And for Sonny, it's going to be Deuce.
No, for Sonny, it's going to be Detroit Rock City.
Detroit Rock City.
Wow.
Because if I have a choice between Paul and Gene, 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to go Paul.
So now, as an opener, I prefer Detroit Rock City. Although if they open with Deuce, I'm not like, oh,
I love the Deuce opener.
I'm so upset. Yeah, but I prefer Detroit Rock City. It's just got that. It's got that really cool heavy build up. Everybody else is picking Detroit Rock City to keep. Anyway, all right. Thank you for that, Nick. Let's see. Like I said, Nick, he's on our Patreon. If you want to check it out, you can check it out for free for a whole week. It doesn't cost you anything. I post video, I post pictures, I post questions. We chat about it online. We do an extra show every week. We do about a 20-minute Kiss Fix, and we put it up there. And it's a lot of fun. We really do appreciate it. Anything like that is a lot of fun. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Vinnie Vincent songs or Desmond Child songs? Sonny?
There has never in my life been a time where I opened up a cassette or a CD or an album and looked to see if Vinnie Vincent wrote any fucking songs.
Ooh.
It has
Really?
always been Desmond Child.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Really?
I wanted to name Anthony Desmond. Nicole was like, fuck no, we're not doing
Nice.
Lee, what about you?
Desmond.
Really?
Yeah.
that. Desmond stays.
I think that I think I'd have to pick Vinny. I
Really?
like the songs that he wrote with Kiss, and did he write Unholy as well with Gene and did
I mean,
some
he's a
stuff
good
on
writer,
Revenge?
for sure.
Yeah, I think I prefer that. I'm not
She's a good writer.
I remember when I didn't know. Okay, so here's like a inside look into Joe. But I remember flipping the record over and seeing Desmond on there. But I remember, who's this Desmond Child?
Oh, jeez. Come on, Joe.
I was young. I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't know. It was like Desmond.
So my music buying literally takes off in like 88, 89. I'm buying stuff like it's going out of style.
Crazy.
I
Right.
swear to God, everything I touch, flip it over, it's G Child. D Child. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Who is
And
that?
why is it that every time I like a song, it's this dude? Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just
Yep.
from the jump, it was always Desmond.
Let's see. We got a couple more. Lee. Paul Stanley's 78 solo album or Ace's solo album?
Oh, I knew you were going to do that to me.
to.
Oh my gosh, I love both of those like big time. I can't choose. Ooh.
We already know Sonny's. Oh, no, maybe we don't. I'll tell you that mine is Paul Stanley, but only by like a hair because I love them both almost the same.
Oh
but
yeah, they're the
I don't
best.
know. When I listen to Paul Stanley's record, it sounds like Kiss, and that's what,
I
makes
guess
me happy.
I'm gonna have to probably say Ace just by a smidge. Like I hate choosing because I love both of them a lot.
Sonny?
So when somebody first asked me what my favorite Kiss album was, that person said no solo albums. So I landed on Asylum, right?
Oh, mm-hmm.
But one of those is the second best album I own, period. And that is Paul's solo album. Paul's solo
Great
album has gotten me more laid than Viagra and everything else put together. I love Paul's solo album.
It's amazing.
That's so personal. Thank you for that.
Second best album I own, period. Love it. I love Aces too. I just can do without the instrumentals. I never understood that shit. But
I love his
Paul
instrumental.
Stanley's it's got you be laid more. I guess we can't all like
Wasn't
depend
it
on
supposed
their
to be
charm
Led
like I
Zeppelin
can.
2?
Yeah.
Got everybody laid.
What was it? What movie was that where they talked
I don't
about
remember.
it? Fast Times at Ridgemont
Was
High.
it Fast Times?
They're in the car. Put
Damone's.
yeah, it was Kashmir.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. All right, we got one to go. One to go, guys. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Now you got to get rid of this. I got two posters.
Oh.
One is where they're standing on the cubes, and the other is where their New York is in the background.
Ooh.
Both classic Kiss posters.
Mm.
New York in the background, like on the Empire State Building, that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
The famous one. Yep.
Or
Yeah,
the one
that
where
one-
they're standing on the cubes.
that one's super easy for me. The New York skyline's got to go because the cubes, dude, that's the Love Gun costumes,
Right.
and you can't. The Love Gun costumes are untouchable.
Yeah. That's a tough one. Lee's still thinking. I'll tell you that I got to keep the cubes too. I love them both, but the truth is that anytime I see an outtake of that poster where they're on the cubes, there's a few where, like, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but Ace isn't in the picture, but Gene and Paul and Peter are all looking at the ground like somebody's on the ground. That always made me giggle.
I picked the New York. I picked the New York because it's just older, and I had it on my wall and all that. And I love the cubes also, but I think the New York one's a little bit older, and reminds me of my youth.
People are choosing like that. Let's see.
People really like the New York poster.
It's a classic.
New York cubes,
along with the Spirit of '76.
Cubes,
yeah, love that
all the time. Yeah. Okay, so listen, that was a lot of fun. I really do appreciate it. I keep the cubes poster too. We've got a few minutes. I want to show you guys a couple of things that I picked up that are really cool. I'm gonna have to walk out for a minute. I can still hear you. But I didn't realize we were going to have
stuff we grew up with.
Stuff. Well, I had an idea for that, but I'm going to save it for next week.
Okay.
You do a good impersonation of me, by the way. Okay,
we grew up with.
Hold on. I want to ask you guys this real quick though. Sonny, is there like a Kiss? I know your favorite Kiss poster is the one with the background with Eric Carr, and it's more like a creatures looking kind of time. Is there another poster that like near and dear to your heart?
Yeah, I love the Creatures one. We're the loudest band in the world. Love that poster. Yeah,
that one.
Love that poster. I also love the one in Animalize because it was very kind of 80s, right? And very what is it? Apocalyptic, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So always like that poster too.
Mine's probably the Spirit of '76.
I remember seeing that on WKRP in Cincinnati going, what is that? I got to have that.
Just on my wall,
and that popped up on my feed the other day when Andy is opening up the when Johnny Fever is talking to him about changing the format on the show. It's the first episode, and he said, what do you have in mind? And he goes, I got some ideas. And when he rolls out the Spirit of '76 poster, the crowd goes, I picked up a few things I wanted to show you guys. One of them that surprisingly I did not have in my collection, and I know most people do as Kiss fans. This one right here. Look at this.
The $10 poster.
Yes, the $10 poster.
Wait.
The black light.
I don't have that one.
Black light. You don't have this?
I don't have that one.
So check this out. It's a story with this one. There's a guy that sells tons of posters on Facebook, right? I believe his name is Shane, and he's just a poster guy. And when he sold me that one, I got a good deal on it, but he told me, he goes, I want to tell you that poster companies used to print posters, and then if they would keep them in their storage, and then when they got ordered, they would send them out. And if something didn't get purchased, they would flip that poster and print something on the other side.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He said it's very rare that you'll see it, but mine has got that. And he goes, obviously, I didn't make this myself. He goes, but it has a side printed on it. And the side that's printed on the other side, it looks like it was a much larger poster that they cut into like 4.
What?
And then they printed on the other side. The other thing that I got 2 other things. One, I got these 2 things at a and I know that you guys that are listening, you can't see them, but I'm going to tell you guys. It's like a pencil drawing. See this right here?
Oh, that is sweet.
Nice.
So I'll post pictures of this on the I'll post pictures of these on our Facebook so you guys can check them out. The only thing I don't like is that Paul's got the silver tone guitar. Other than that, it's still pretty cool. It's a pencil drawing.
Huh.
And then this one I'd never seen before. I've seen the picture, but I've never seen it as a poster. And this is the I got this at a record store in Vero Beach.
Oh yeah, love that one.
Yeah.
You can buy that one in a fathead and have a complete wall size.
Nice.
They sell it as a fathead. Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that like if you put the cards together, there's I think one of the maybe set 2 is if you take the set 2 of the trading cards and flip them over. I know it's
Oh.
I know
Oh, I
is
don't know.
I want to say that's part of or at least that session is on the lunchbox, right, Lee?
I think so.
Yeah. So anyway, that's some new stuff that I got. I'm gonna post some pictures of it. Sunny. Yep.
So the other poster that I see every day, that's right in front of me. I just sent you a picture of it on the phone. It's
Oh.
the Ace Frehley. It's a variant of the Ace Frehley solo picture. Remember some other dude like kind of retouched them up and redid them to where like the blue kind of splatters a little bit and it's in his hair a little bit and his makeup's dripping a little. Who redid those?
I don't know.
I can't think of the guy's name. Somebody will do that. I will tell you, it's like you're talking about the solo album that was redone.
Yeah.
Okay, I have all 4 of the redone ones.
Yeah.
Plus, I have the
Eric.
Bruce one. I don't
Eric,
have Eric.
Vinny. I have Vinny,
Vinny and Bruce, and I have them all signed. And
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
so
nice.
cool. It's such a cool
Yeah.
display.
So I've
Sonny,
got
I
it.
I didn't get that picture. You know the picture that I did get?
Yeah, I
Sonny?
didn't get a picture either.
That one
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. So
Oh,
who's
jeez.
that?
that's I just typed in.
Some
So you know
AI.
how AI? I just typed in Kiss band in female form, and that's what came up.
Oh,
That
that's
would
pretty
be
cool.
Black Diamond.
That-
Some of my favorite posters are the Alive 2. I got each of them signed. Took me a while. Eventually,
yeah,
got 'em
and
all
they're
signed.
personalized.
Yeah, it's all signed. Took
Yeah, I love
a long
that too,
time.
Lee. I think that I remember seeing them, and look, I've been to Lee's house just a few times. I will tell you that I believe I remembered they noticing them that they were signed,
Yeah.
and
'Cause I
while
had
I
those
was
as a kid.
walking up the stairs to your old
Yeah. The old one had them
were-
going up the
they-
stairs. Now they're right
stairs.
in front of
Oh,
me
look
here.
I remembered that. That's pretty good. Anyway, all right. So look, this was a lot of fun. Don't forget, check out our Patreon. So basically the way it works is you sign up for our Patreon for a week. If you like it, there's 2 tiers you could try out. One's $10, one's $20. When you pay the money, it helps us pay for what we do here. Because subscriptions to these places to post as many shows as we have, it's kind of expensive. It's not your responsibility, just so you know, but you'll get something extra from it, which is extra content, which is cool. So patreon.com/podcast Rock City. It helps us out. And to be fair, I'm pretty much I haven't really spent much of the money that we've made. So I'm going to pay the bills, and then I think I'm going to buy some new giveaway things, and we're going to start giving them away on the show.
Nice.
I think that would be kind of cool. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. We really do appreciate it. Sonny, do you have anything to add?
No, thanks for listening, and this or that. Gotta love the this or that.
Yes, absolutely. Lee.
So that was fun. Some of them were hard, but most of them not.
Yeah, I know. I got to make it harder next time. You know what I'm going to say? We love Kiss, and we love Kiss podcasts, most of them anyway. And you're going to hear the commercials for all the ones that we love right after this in 3, 2, 1.
Peace.